Indian current Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi has been mocked for suggesting that weather is affected by clouds and boasting that he sent an email attachment years before the technology to do so was invented. Modi, who is currently fighting to retain his second time as the Prime Minister of India in a marathon-long election, claimed in a weekend television interview that he ordered an air attack on Pakistan in February because the cloud covers would stop radar detection of Indian fighter jets. In an interview to the News Nation Television of India, Prime Minister Modi of India said, "I said there is so much cloud and rain, there is a benefit. I thought the clouds can benefit us too. We can escape the radar. Ultimately, I said there are clouds. Let's go," he added.
एक पल हमारे मन में आया, इस वेदर में हम क्या करेंगे, क्लाउड है, जा पाएंगे नहीं जाएंगे। तो माइंड ओपिनियन ही आया एक्सपर्ट्स का कि साहब डेट बदल दे तो क्या। मेरे मन में दो विषय है। मैंने कहा एक सीक्रेसी, अभी तक तो सीक्रेट रहा है, लेकिन अगर सीक्रेसी में कुछ लूजनेस आई तो फिर तो हम कर ही नहीं सकते, करना ही नहीं चाहिए। दूसरा मैंने कहा मैं आई एम नॉट पर्सन की जो इन सारे विज्ञान को जानता हूं, लेकिन मैंने कहा इतने क्लाउड है, बारिश हो रही है, तो एक बेनिफिट है कि हम राडार से बच सकते हैं। मैंने कहा मेरा रॉ विजडम है, ये क्लाउड बेनिफिट भी कर सकता है। तो सब उलझन में थे, क्या करें। Then ultimately मैंने कहा ठीक है, क्लाउड है, जाइए।
Modi has been using the air raids during the country's election campaign to bolster his strong image. His Bharatiya Janata Party or the BJP posted the comments on Twitter but soon deleted them as the newspaper quoted. Experts rubbishing Modi's claims. Soon the opposition politicians all piled in to taunt the 68-year-old. It seems no one clarified to the Prime Minister of India how radar works, tweeted Salman Soz, a senior member of the opposition Congress Party of India. If that is the case, it is very serious national security issues. No laughing matters. The social media jibs came thick and fast. One widely shared internet meme featured a still from the blockbuster Avenger films franchise with Modi superimposed among the superheroes. The Twitter user has also had filed a day over Modi's claim that he sent digital pictures as an email attachment in the late 1980s. And he said, "I'm likely the first person to use digital cameras in India in 1987 or 88. Only a few people had emails then," Modi had said in the same interview.
मैंने पहली बार डिजिटल कैमरा का उपयोग किया था 87-88 में शायद, और उस समय बहुत कम लोगों के पास ईमेल रहता था। तो मेरे यहाँ विरमगाम तहसील में अडवाणी जी की सभा थी, तो मैंने वो डिजिटल कैमरा पर उनकी फोटो ली। तब डिजिटल कैमरा इतना बड़ा आता था, मेरे पास था उस समय। मैंने फोटो निकाली और मैंने दिल्ली को ट्रांसमिट की, और दूसरे दिन कलर फोटो छपी। तो अडवाणी जी को बड़ा सरप्राइज हुआ कि दिल्ली में मेरी कलर फोटो आपकी और कैसे छपी।
In 1980s and 1988 near 1990s, India doesn't even have digital cameras, only it was highly sold in the Western countries. In reality, the first email attachment was sent until 1992 by researcher Nathaniel Borenstein. The joke is not on Modi. The joke is on the educated elite middle classes, supporters of Modi, who have made the idiocy and the ignorance fashionable.
और उनको लगा कि अब हमला कराची पे होगा, क्योंकि समुद्र की तो ये मूवमेंट इतनी अलग अलग चल रही थी, तो पाकिस्तान बड़ा कंफ्यूज था। हमारा देश का मीडिया भी, हम चाहते थे कि हमारी तरफ उसकी नजर न जाए, तो वो पाकिस्तान की खबरों पर वो लगा रहता था, तो हम ऑपरेशन करने में सफल हो गए।
What do you think of the laughing matter of India's current Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has been saying that he has used digital cameras in 1980s and emails attachment which he sent in 1980s. Also, he said that radar can cover and hide Air Force jets or the combat jets with the clouds. Less than a month after Modi declared to the World Economic Forum that India was open for businesses, Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India has raised import duties to the highest in the 3 decades of India, setting the stage for the protracted trade battle. As he prepares to seek the re-election next year, Prime Minister Modi has been inspired by the global way of protectionism that could threaten the foreign direct investments India needs to achieve the double-digit growth. He has made it more expensive to import parts for automobiles, cameras, televisions, electricity meters, and smartphones, risking trade disputes from the allies like US and Germany to rivals like China. India has taken a dramatic protectionist turn. Richard Rosso, an Indian policy expert at the Washington-based Center for Strategic and International Studies, wrote in a note, "The scale of India's protectionist leap is surprising and likely to elicit a strong response from the United States and other major trading partners." President Donald Trump of US signaled that tit-for-tat duties against India's barriers on motorcycles, while the German ambassador to India, Martin Ney, questioned the decision to raise the customs duty on the import of automobile components. The US Commerce Department on Tuesday said it was examining the import of welded pipes from India and the 5 other countries. All this could add up to bad news for India at the World Trade Organization. As the Indian economy is falling down because of Narendra Modi's defaults and useless reforms, this has accelerated at WTO, said Rahul Shukla, Delhi-based executive director at the PricewaterhouseCoopers Private Limited. If they really want to help local industries, there is so much more that could be done. And it's true that industry needs help, but these are the highest barriers we have seen in a long while. India's move comes as it faces the widest trade deficit in 3 years and its resilient rupee. Data from the government instituted Thursday, and though it is expected to show a pullback for January, India's yawning deficit with Asia's powers like China is a matter of concern. Indian imports from China has soared in the past few years, outpacing export and leaving the local industries, especially the medium to small scale industries, gasping for survival. Exports from $2.3 trillion economy have slowed at the time when the global economy is ticking higher. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley announced in February in his budget speech that the barrier would push the government's flagship Make in India program to encourage local manufacturing. Yet some believe the electoral costs incurred by the Prime Minister Modi after the chaotic roll out of the national's goods and service taxes, including the significant disruption to the business with the demonetization and some cow-related issues and other details of useless policies in the Indian government, may have driven the government to resort to protectionism. The barrier will remain in the place for another 2 to 3 years to help small and medium companies, said Vanaja Sarna, the chairwoman of India's Central Board of Excise and Customs, in an interview. But the move may end hurting the local businesses, said Bipul Chatterjee, executive director at the New Delhi-based think tank Cuts International. A hike of 15 to 20% is not much for Chinese and the South Korean companies. They can easily absorb it. This will end up hurting India's competitiveness more than the government imagines, he said. More or less, the useless policies of GST, demonetization, and the Make in India schemes are not making India richer and not growing India's economy. Instead, it is making India's falling economy to the worst of its history because of one man's ruling India with no democracy policies. So what do you think of the useless demonetization, GSTs, and policies related to WTOs and FDA's investments and foreign deficits, and the factors of raising the import tax duties, which will not give India's Make in India policy to grow and making Indian economy to be a fall down? Post your comments below, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and follow us on social networks and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching. This is WC Daily. Think big, think different. Bye.